And finally, at number 1, I have Duel for Cardia. This is a 2-player only tug-of-war simultaneous card selection game, as you are trying to beat your opponent to gain 5 of the signet rings, i.e. to win 5 duels before they do. Now, the game comes with 2 decks of cards, so you have the value 1 cards and the value 2 cards, and you can either play with either deck, or you can even mix and match them for some more variability. But you and your opponent will start the game on level footing. You will have the exact same deck of cards, but you will have a hand of cards drawn randomly from that deck. So you might not have access to the same cards immediately, but the deck-wise, they are exact same strength. Now, the way the game works is as easy as it gets, where you and your opponent will both choose a card, and you will blindly reveal them. So you both selected it, you reveal them at the same time. Now, whoever has played the highest valued card will get the signet ring and win the duel, but whoever has lost the duel will activate the power of that card. So think of something like Raptor, where sometimes you might want to deliberately lose the round so that you can exploit the power on that card. And this is where this game really shines, because I've played a lot of games like this, simultaneous selection games. This one, the kind of interaction and synergies and blending of the different powers is quite mind-blowing for such a small deck of cards. And the powers can be things as simple as, well, this duel doesn't count, so maybe that's a way to trap your opponent to play their highest value card, which would normally bank a win, but force to discard it. Or it can be to tinker with existing duels by placing these modifiers, which might swap the power or the placement of those signet rings. And maybe it will be to pick a card back up. Maybe it will be to win the duel instantly or win the game instantly if you play a lower valued. And there's even little things you can do where previously played cards can reduce the value of the next card, meaning that will make it more likely that you'll activate the power of that card. There really is a ton of different ways these cards can resolve. And I love the way that, if you're winning the duel, that's one power that you're not going to get, but it is one more step towards victory. So there's this perfect kind of trade-off, really, where you need to know when to step back, when you're in the position of power, when to go for the kill, and of course, when to play those cards best. And this game will kind of unravel and become richer the more you know those cards and the more you know your opponent, because the mind games will come into play. You know the cards that they could potentially have in their hand, and you know what you do not want them to play. Of course, you do not want them to win that instant thing. You might want to drop down even further in value and trap the card that way, but of course they're getting the signet ring. So constant trade-offs here. This is probably the strongest example of a simultaneous reveal game that I've played. I love how easy these cards are to resolve, but they're also clever and perfectly and intricately balanced, and just tons of replayability because, again, that swapping of the 2 different decks as well. So this game, I cannot praise it enough. I mean, if you like games like Citadels, if you like games like Valbara, Libertalia, where you have these kind of numerical based powers, this game is way more streamlined than those games, but even better than those games. And that's no slight on those games at all, because I think they're very good designs. This one seems to just do it perfectly. And yes, you are going to be capped at only playing at 2 players, but that real mind game things come into play here. And it feels like, I don't know, it's like intense, but because it's so fast and quickly resolved, it doesn't feel like a negative style of intensity. It feels more like, let's resolve this, and maybe if it goes wrong, we'll just play it again, play best 2 out of 3, because these games can only take 5-10 minutes. It could take a bit longer, but normally it's about 10-15 minutes to play. And the amount of game you're getting here in such a small box, in such a short time frame, to me, is outstanding. So cannot praise this game enough. I mean, this is going to be easily going to be a top 10 of the year for me. One of the best 2-player games I've played in multiple years. It's just absolutely incredible. If you like your clever little card games that are portable, are going to reward repeated plays. They're not going to take up much space on your shelf. very thinky, genius design. Again, this is exactly what I want in my collection. It's just going to be an evergreen for me, and I cannot wait to play it more and to see those extra combos that you can really exploit in this game. So I'm not going to hark on anymore. Again, if you like the style of games that I do, I promise you will like this one. It is a work of art. So that is Duel for Cardia at number 1.